So my name is Maryam Marshall. I live in Seattle, Washington. I am the mother of 6 children. I currently have 3 teenagers and 3 young adults. I am a person who works in the community as a youth advocate. I am very interested in using restorative justice practices and nonviolent communication as tools for alternatives to violence and incarceration. I think I encountered TeamChild through a series of referrals through networking. When one of my children was, as a youth, experiencing the criminal justice system, the lawyer who helped my son, and I would say just by representation became an advocate for my son, they maintained a relationship after my son was released from youth detention. And I felt once I had made the connection with that staff member and felt such a sense of support, connection, understanding, and advocacy from that individual, I felt that the staff member from Team Child would continue to be a resource for us. Even though my son was released from detention, there's still like legal matters that need to be resolved. And this is a youth in this situation. Very few youth are really going to even understand the fact that they have restitution in the form of a financial payment that they might have to make, as well as they still need to get their records sealed because the impact of their incarceration will last for a very long time and be a obstacle to employment, academic opportunities, etc. So things like record sealing are very important for the success on that journey. Team Child is really involved in a lot of other community organizations. They do a great job of networking. And I think the networking is really to support individuals so that they can actually avoid the criminal justice system, but after they experience it as well, because they get things like community feedback, because they're invested in community, because they take the time to make sure that they're delivering effective, trauma informed, culturally responsive services to the community, because I would say, like, because they have a set of principles that so values youth and families and the needs of youth, and that they are able to put whatever the needs of the youth are as their priority and respond to what the youth are asking when they deliver services. And that's from like the intake person to the lawyer to all like the members of the staff. They're really able to establish an immediate connection that sends a message to the youth. This group of people like deeply, deeply care about you and your experience right now. If you're going through, say, an experience with the criminal justice system, and we care about your experiences after. And the Team Child is like an organization that's not just going to drop them, but that they can continue to reach out if they need some kind of support. Many times youth are delivered services that are very temporary and transient. Team Child's not like that. They're very solid, and there's always a sense that we can come back and ask a question, or we can come back and get some help. That once we've interacted with Team Child, we've built a family. We've built a family relationship and a strong community relationship, not just a temporary relationship of legal representation.
Is there anything else you feel like people should know about Team Child, our work, our clients, our communities? Anything else that you just feel like it's important to share with, particularly this audience, who are folks who may have the capacity to support that work financially?
I think that the current situation that we're all in as a global community is something that kind of helps me relate to the answer to that question. And I think what this situation has done for us is hopefully open our eyes to the needs of others, to understand that our actions, my actions, could impact the health and well-being of another human being. what Team Child does is serve youth and their families, and those youth are typically unseen and unheard members of a community, of our communities, all our communities, regardless of social strata, religion, etc., etc. We don't usually listen to youth. Usually, adults have the floor, and that's especially true in criminal justice prosecution. There's
Mhm.
judges, there's prosecutors, there's so many adults and people along the way that really have a lot of say over what happens to the youth. Well, I think Teen Child is really good at giving youth a voice. When I sat with Team Child, like in with community panels that they've had, like the in-house community panel. And I have seen the youth just even within a couple of hour period just flourish, smile, their body language gets relaxed, they start to really explain and share their stories and their experience, and they are given the space to do that. I think that we can curb a lot of problems that we're having with prevention, communication from community organizations like Team Child, like delivering education, delivering like effective services, and just being present in community and using those that network for advocacy. We can stop the stream of youth entering into the criminal justice system by delivering effective advocacy in an ongoing way in the community, so that youth know that they have advocates and know that they have opportunities, and then at least they can make an informed choice.